Okay guys, we got some updates done on the four-wheeler and some trailers over this last week. I'm gonna go over those with you and some of the frustrations of some of the installs. Okay, we'll start with the trailer. First thing I did was I installed some D-rings onto the side. I 3-bolted them in, and I just kind of got these loose on here just to kind of, not real tight, just to kind of hold it a little bit. I got the Ericsson wheel hold downs in the front here. And then again, I just put those on there loosely, not really compressing the springs or anything, just to kind of hold it tight. So we got that done. And I also installed the tread tape everywhere, even on here. If I'm, getting up here in the cooler or what have you, we got someplace stable to stay in that's not real slick. This stuff is gritty. Put a strip over here. I probably won't be getting off on this side too much, but I got a strip down there, and then I got a strip up here. Another thing I did was I got the winch installed, and this is really kind of a two-man job. My neighbor helped me with this. This is the Can-Am Warn 3,500-pound winch. And it came with everything. I bought some extra things I thought I needed. There was a controller that you could basically, say you drilled a hole here and it was about this size and it had a cap on it like that. And then you could operate the winch, it had a cord on it. I just felt like I wasn't gonna need that. So I didn't install it. I'm gonna return that. The other thing I did was, when this was completely apart here, and I don't know if you can see very good in here, but I installed the radiator protector. Let me see if I can get some light here and show you that. Let's see where my light is here. Give me 1 second to grab that. Well, I'm not sure exactly where that is, but you'll have to trust me on that. So I ordered the one for the Can-Am 850 from Can-Am's website that said it was an exact fit for this unit. But what I can tell you is it is not. And the directions really didn't match the install completely. The radiator guard kind of came down and it flared out like this and down, or you could flip it upside down and have it go like this up top. Well, the way it looked like it was fitting, we flipped it that way. So we had the bump out at the top. Either way, there are some, like in the front here, there's some little circle notches of plastic that are up underneath there, right on the radiator. So you have to slide these two little clips in so you can thread in the bolts on top and bottom. So there's 4 of them. But when you lay the radiator guard on there, they hit those and they won't go flush up against the radiator on the top. So we basically cut the radiator guard, we notched it around those, then we put it on there, screwed it down, and it's perfect. I would highly recommend it. Those radiator fins are so delicate. I mean, even just sliding it in a few times, you could see some of them bent over. So not a very expensive thing, but it is kind of a pain. If you take out this inner fender right here, There's some push pins in there. If you take that out on this side and then on the other side, you should be able to get done what you need to do. The winch, I'm going to tell you that was something else. So I had just installed my front bumper and we had to take it off. So you had to take off the front bumper. You had to take off this whole front piece right here. Then you had to take this plastic piece off here, this black piece that goes down there. And there's a bunch of very difficult bolts you got to get to. You got to take off these right here, these 2 bolts. You got to get those off on both sides. Just to get in there to start working on it. Now the wiring harness, you have to take all the plastic off on the passenger side. I said passenger side, but there's only left and right side. So the right side, you have to take all this plastic off. It's not very difficult. It's just kind of a pain in the ass to get back together. You have to take this off. You have to take that off. You have to take all this off. You have to take that off. You have to take both fender wells off on this side, the one in the back here, and the one in the front. And the cable routing is very difficult. I mean, the cable is just barely long enough to get to the positive terminal. And I'll show you that. It's pretty tight. So I'll go ahead and pull the seat off it. You'll see the other thing I did here. I installed this battery charger. It's a marine charger, but it does 12 volt AGM, 12 volt lithium, and then I don't know what that one is there. I don't have my reading glasses. I need those at my age. Maybe we can see it, but that's it there. It doesn't put off a whole lot of heat. I mean, it feels a little bit warm, but it seems to work just fine right there. But back to the winch, you can see that cable ended up having to route it differently because in the directions they say to weave it in and out of here and then go over here. Well, if you do that, it's not going to be long enough. So you're not going to be able to do that. The other thing is we had to cut all these ties everywhere, which held this thing basically down. Unscrew these screws down up underneath here, take those off, take this off, take the battery out so we could get up underneath here to route these wires. I mean, the dealer told me 3.5 hours, and that's probably no joke for them. I will tell you, I got up underneath here, and when we started working on it, this pin was missing, and this pin was missing straight from the factory. Not even in there. Not sure why. You know, and to be honest, a lot of this plastic just, you know, just feels like it doesn't fit together that snugly. It's on there, but it just, I don't know. The controller I mounted here. This is the in and out for the winch. Again, I could have drilled a hole, basically cigarette lighter hole, and put that in there. And then, like I said, it has a plug, kind of like this, and then you undo the plug and the cable goes in and you can screw it in. Well, you know what? I'll show it to you because I got it in the back seat of my Jeep. I'm going to take it back. So here's the 2 extra things I didn't use. So I ended up buying this extra cable. Guy said I needed that. I didn't need that. And then this was the other piece I didn't install. I just felt like I wasn't going to use it. So that's it there. So, you know, you can mount this wherever you want. I mean, I was just thinking right there, or wherever, you know, I didn't want to get it into the motor. But then I was like, well, I don't want to drill into the plastic. And you can see it's got a cover on it. And it's a pin connection. and then you got a remote, just like you would like on a vehicle. But I just felt like I probably wasn't going to use that. I mean, time will tell. Maybe I'll be kicking myself, and at this point it's too late because I'm not taking it all back apart and doing that again. So that's really that piece of it. I can tell you, I did call the dealer. I did notice my battery, brand new, was pretty weak. And that's why I posted something on the Can-Am Facebook site about the battery, and everybody was like, yeah, the batteries are junk. Even the dealer was like, yeah, we've had issues with those batteries. I think they're going to send me a new one, but a lot of people were telling me there's a constant draw on that battery from something. Maybe it's this key. I don't know. The alarm system or digital decoding key. I'm not real sure, but if you buy this is pretty cheap off Amazon. I think I paid like $69 for it. And I routed that, since I had everything apart, it was super simple. I routed that with the same red and black power cables. I come out over here, well, as you saw, and I came down here and I routed them with the same cables as the electrical. And then there was a hole here already, and I just made this hole slightly bigger. I just used the Dremel and I just ground it down, and I put that plug through there. And then when I'm not using it, I can just push it back in there. You can see the cable up in there. I wire tied it to that other harness there. So even when I push it in, it's really not going to be in the way of nothing. When it's out, it's right there. So, yeah, I thought that was almost like your diesel trucks. You got your plug in the front. So the next thing we're going to do, we got a lot done on this thing. Next thing we're going to do is that rear bumper. And I'm probably going to end up buying a interstate battery. This factory battery is a 270 cold cranking amp battery. The interstate is a 320. And you can kind of see, I mean, we didn't even mess with any of this. See the gapping here? I mean, I don't know. Whatever. So we're going to get this rear bumper on next and probably work on getting my GoPro and my phone mount on there. And I think that's really about it. I'm pretty much done with the trailer. I don't have my box yet. I had a guy programming the voltage regulator on there, the low volt regulator on there. So he's programming that for me, and he's going to bring the box back. So the box will be mounted here. I'll drill a hole through here and then over into this, and I'll mount my DeWalt battery, or not DeWalt, Milwaukee battery in there. Correction. And then I'll have these lights hooked up. And then just with the flick of a switch, we'll have 2,200 looms of LED lights I can run for 4 hours. So when I take, like if I'm out camping and the four-wheeler's off there, I can flip those on and light up my campsite. So that'll be pretty slick. I'm really excited about getting out. Hopefully it'll warm up just a little bit more. But other than that, that's really the only updates I got. But we did get a lot done, with the D-rings on both sides, the winch, the radiator guard, the battery charger. Like I said, we still got the rear bumper to put on, but I may do that tomorrow. And then hopefully I'll get that box back, and then I can do the lights. And then it's just little things to finish it up, to personalize it just a little bit more. I was looking at the Garmin, I think Garmin Tread and the Garmin Tread 2 for my Can-Am. I've got a lot of good feedback on it. Some guys say they just use their phones, and I may do that. But we'll see. We'll see kind of how that shakes out. I'm still thinking about that. But yeah, I'm real happy with the way everything went. I picked up a Blackstone grill for camping. I put that together. There wasn't much to that. And I seasoned the grill last night. Here it is. So I bought some of this Blackstone griddle seasoning. And that took like 30 minutes to do all that. But then I barbecued 4 hamburgers last night, and they turned out great. Fantastic little grill. I'll have that. I'll have a place on my trailer. I'll probably end up putting something, I don't know, maybe something here, maybe that will fold in here and then fold out this way. I'll probably make it. And then I can set my Blackstone grill on there and then barbecue basically right here. And then if I need lights, I can always flip these around too, point them the other way or whatever I need to do, point them up. But yeah, I might end up doing that, because then maybe I'll put it here in the middle and have the grill here. And I can put a leg that comes down onto here so that I don't have to worry about uneven pavement or ground or dirt or anything like that. Yeah, just doing little things here and there as I think them up, think what I might need. But other than that, I appreciate everyone tuning in and checking out the channel. I'm not a pro at this, as you can tell by the video and the audio. But I am doing some pretty cool stuff with this. So if you have any questions or want to know how I did it or what I did, or if you're trying to install that winch, definitely get with me. I can even send you some pictures, because I took some pictures along the way doing that too. So that is all. Thanks, everyone. Again, I appreciate it. Hopefully you're having a good year this year so far. Thank you. Bye.